College is known as one of the best opportunities to try anything. Students can find out what they want to do with their future careers and try new clubs or organizations that pique their interests. However, it may take some students a couple tries. Buckeye TV's AJ Reniker will be going around Ohio State's campus today to find out which students have changed their majors and which ones haven't.
College is an opportunity for many students to find out where their passions and interests lie. For some, though, it may take more time than others. Today, I will be going around Ohio State's campus to find out which students have changed their majors and which haven't.
So I was originally in atmospheric science, which is like meteorology, but nope, too much science. Like, I didn't even know that the School of Environment and Natural Resources existed. And so when I couldn't do like the calc and the physics, someone was like, well, why don't you try this? And so I looked into that, and yeah.
A 2013 study from OSU Exploration suggests that as many as 50 to 75% of students change their majors at least one time before attaining their degree.
I used to be political science at some point, and I also used to be a physics major at some point, and I also used to be a CS major at some point. So.
When you first came into college, what was your first major, and what made you want to change from that originally?
Yeah, so I think I started as a CS major, and I changed from that because I realized that I was more interested in learning about something that's harder to learn outside of school.
Not only is changing majors commonplace, but for some students it is almost expected. Changing majors is just a potential puzzle piece that helps students figure out future careers. From Buckeye TV, this is AJ Reniker.
CABS is dedicated to providing clean, reliable, and hassle-free transportation on and around Ohio State's Columbus campus. New changes toward the CABS movement have been made. Let's see what OSU students think about these new changes.
The campus area bus service is a free transit service provided by the Ohio State University Transportation and Traffic Management. Starting November 14th, new changes have been made. Let's see what OSU students think about these new changes. How far do you live from the school, and what kind of transportation do you take to commute to campus?
So I say I live about a mile and a half from campus. I live all the way on West Campus, so I always have to take the medical center bus here.
I live in Pickerington, which is about 20 to 30 minutes away, so I usually drive and then I'll take the bus.
I live 2 miles off campus and I take the bus.
Starting today, the campus loop south will return and CC will run clockwise and stop at mid-hours. Are you aware of this campus area bus service change, and what do you think of this change?
I kind of like the old way the bus system was before, besides this new way they started this semester, really. So usually I take the campus connector towards my first class here. Then after I come back, I take the medical center back. And usually when I get ready up, I wake up at 7. My class starts at 8. And the campus connector usually takes a long time previously before today to get there. So I always end up late to my first class sometimes. So I always like the old schedule way better than the new one.
Yes, I'm aware, and I am very glad of it. However, I'm not a fan of the time to wait in between.
Then I asked OSU students, is there any other advice they would like to give on campus area bus service?
Not really, just make sure you catch the bus in time.
Just be on time.
No, not really. I think the bus service is fine the way it was previously. There were some ups and downs with the new one, but I like the old one better. That's really it.
I am Wenxi Zhao reporting for Buckeye TV, and I'm signing off.
Today is National Homemade Bread Day, and as the weather is getting colder, we encourage students to use this time to plan fun activities indoor, like cooking and enjoying food with family and friends. Did you know gender-inclusive housing was available on campus? Buckeye TV reporter Bridget Hegg has more coming up.
Moving into your first dorm is a universal experience for most college students. However, the process is a little different for students who prefer not to be assigned the traditional gender dorms. Luckily at Ohio State, these students can get the assigned housing they need.
According to campuspride.org, as of 2022, at least 425 colleges in the country have gender-inclusive housing options, but there are still many institutions that have not adopted this practice.
And then why do you feel that providing gender-inclusive housing is important for every college institution in the country to adopt?
It just makes the students a lot more comfortable. Like, I know I'm a lot more comfortable rooming with like other trans people than I would be with like a cis girl, for example.
Yeah. It really gives an inclusive feel to the university as a whole. It kind of makes it feel like you're allowed to be anyone you want to be and live comfortably as that person anywhere.
I think trans people should get to live where they want. I mean, as I understand it, there are some laws against that in Ohio, so you have to circumnavigate that somehow, and having like a gender-neutral housing program seems like a good way of doing that.
Currently, there are only 3 gender-inclusive housing options available on campus. The students expressed that the process was easy to apply, but there is room for improvement. And could the housing system at OSU improve in any way to be more accommodating?
Just make it part of the standard application process. Don't make it so that you have to like reach out to a lady who I'm sure is very busy and also doesn't really know what's going on half the time.
Yes, I think there could be more communication about like what the process to get gender inclusive housing is, because I didn't really know. I just kind of like looked into it. But I think more information would make it better.
If you're one who is in need of gender-inclusive housing options, visit lgbtq.osu.edu for more information. Reporting for Buckeye TV, this is Bridget Haig.
Many pop culture debates have swept the Buckeye Nation. Reporter Lindsay Bachman has the latest on one that is still being fought over today.
With the recent release of SpiderMan No Way Home, many Buckeyes are debating who is the better Spider-Man or Peter Parker. I've asked the fellow Buckeyes what they think. Which do you think is the better Spider-Man?
I think Andrew Garfield is the better Spider-Man. I don't know how to describe it except for the fact that he just embodies Spider-Man.
I think that Tobey Maguire is the better Spider-Man.
Students may be passionate about who they think is the better Spider-Man, but does that differ from who they think is the better Peter Parker?
I think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is the best, but overall best Peter Parker is Tobey Maguire's.
I think that the best Peter Parker would probably be Tobey Maguire, because he is so wholesome.
Another divisive debate is about which Spider-Man has the best suit.
Tom Holland definitely has the best suit. The graphics are really cool, and his suit was versatile. He also has many more suits over the movies, lots of variations, and I think they got really creative with that.
I grew up with the Tobey Maguire ones. That one will always be kind of top-notch, but if you want to go like accuracy, I think Andrew Garfield takes the crown.
With each actor bringing something different to the role, the question now becomes who had the better movies?
My first thought is Andrew Garfield. I feel like I enjoyed those movies more. I liked the plot lines a little bit more.
I think storyline-wise, Tobey Maguire, but I think production quality would probably be Tom Holland.
While there is no clear winner on who is the best Spider-Man, there is no doubt that OSU Buckeyes are big fans. With Buckeye TV, I'm Lindsay Bachman.
Coming up, Buckeye TV's got an exclusive interview with Columbus social media influencer and OSU student Sean Applause.